And I'm sure I think Councilman Ertel and Councilman Young will be joining us momentarily. But I believe we do have a quorum, and out of respect to the participants, why don't we start, and hopefully Ms. Belcastro, if you're able to hail Councilman Young and Councilman Ertel, that would be great. And in the meantime, we will begin our council meeting. Okay, let me just give them one more minute and then we'll begin. I see Councilman Ertel joining on.
Sorry, Chair.
No worries. Okay. Okay. Legislative day number 2 will now come to order. Please pause for a moment of silent meditation. During our moment of silent meditation, please remember in your thoughts and prayers the family and friends of William R. Evans, who passed away recently. Bill Evans served in the Air Force, National Guard from 1967 to 1972. He was a former county council member, 1986 to 1990, and a member of the Board of Appeals from 1982 to 1986. He was also chief judge of the Orphans Court, serving since 2006. We're really grateful to his service to our country and to our county. And I know that Bill was a friend to many of the council members and many of the people that are in the orbit of county government. And so if we could keep him and his family in our thoughts and prayers during this moment, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you for that, Mr. Chair. He had a big impact on the 7th district. Thank you for your thoughts.
Sure.
Yes, and he was a constituent for many years. I'm very sorry to hear about that.
It's a shock.
I too just like to say that, he will be sorely missed. Doug Evans has been a staple for many years and has just been a stand-up guy that has helped us on numerous issues, especially dealing with him and issues concerning the courts.
Thank you. Okay. I will now call on Council Member Young, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, to the republic,
one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice
liberty,
for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the journal for the meeting of January 2nd?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, thank you. We would normally do enrollment of the bills, but Mr. Secretary, I understand there are no bills to be enrolled this evening.
That is correct, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Secretary, will you now read all the bills for introduction?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. We only have one bill for introduction this evening. That would be Bill 2-24, sponsored by Councilman Young, Zoning Regulations, Live Musical Entertainment, MH Zone.
Okay. We'll first consider the appointment confirmations. Mr. Secretary, could you read us the first item?
First item, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is the county executive's, I'm sorry, not the county executive, Chairman Patoka's nomination for appointment to the Fair Election Fund Commission of Bernice Tucker.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ms. Tucker, is Ms. Tucker online with us? Ms. Belcastro? Oh, I see Ms. Tucker coming on. Ms. Tucker, thank you for joining us at the work session last week. And I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate that you are a resident of the beautiful 2nd District of Baltimore County. If there's anything you'd like to say about the Fair Election Fund Commission?
No, nothing. I don't have anything to say right now.
Okay. Well, I'm pleased that you're interested in this, and I will make a motion to approve the appointment. Is there a second? Or can
Second,
the chair make a motion, Mr. Secretary?
yes, second,
Okay, motion, and is seconded by Councilman Katz. Please call roll call, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
aye,
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
The appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Ms. Tucker.
Well, thank you so much.
Recording in progress. Secretary. That was
Okay.
great.
Thanks again, Mr. Secretary. The next item, please.
Indicated that he would be out of town.
Uh,
So I'll get back. and
Should I stay on?
share
You could stay on
and hopefully that
as a part, and not as a panelist, but as a,
Mrs. Cole, while you are.
and Ms. Belcastro will help you move to that area.
Good evening, Madam President and members of the circle.
uh,
No, time
the-
will be approaching, we'll look up and it will.
There's
be-
kind of there's some kind of noise going on in the background, but I guess we can deal with that. The next item, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, one item I neglected to mention back in the introduction of bills, and my apologies to the council and to the administration, is Bill 3-24. That is the mixed use developments bill
Okay,
for introduction this evening.
thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Okay.
The next item of business, Mr. Chairman, is also an appointment. This is Mr. Catch's nomination also to the Fair Election Fund Commission of Jamie E. McGurk.
Chris, is Jamie on, or?
Yes.
Okay, Jamie, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, yes, I would. Wait a minute. Okay, now I'm unmuted. Yes, I'm very glad to be here and be a nominee. I'm very excited to do something with the elections and help with the funding of a good candidate. And I think it'll be very interesting. And I'm very, very excited to be a member.
And as I let people know a week ago, Jamie, you are a fraud investigator for the state of Maryland, so I think you'd be perfect on
Yes, I am.
the commission, and it's good to hear from you after so many years.
I know. I haven't seen you since Beachfield.
No, that's a few years ago. Okay, I'd like to move the nomination, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Second.
We have
Second.
a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the appointment.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye,
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Thank you. The nomination is confirmed. The appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Ms. McGurk.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, next bill, the next appointment, please.
The next appointment, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is again a Fair Election Fund Commission appointment. This is the nominee of Councilman Marks, Ms. Stephanie E. Baines.
Is Ms. Baines with us?
I don't believe so, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
No, she is not.
Okay, are there any thoughts anyone would like to share on behalf of Mr. Baines, Ms. Baines?
Yes, I'm happy to say something, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilman Marks.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to nominate Ms. Baines. Ms. Baines has worked for the federal government for a long time in computer operations, computer programming. I was impressed by her degree of independence, her qualifications that she exhibited on the form that was sent to us by the county executive's office, and I think she'll do a great job on this panel.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Councilman Marks. Is there a motion to approve the appointment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones.
Aye.
Okay, the appointment is confirmed. Appreciate Ms. Baines being confirmed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is again, Fair Election Fund Commission. This is the nomination of Councilman Young for appointment, Ms. Katrina O'Brien.
Is Ms. O'Brien with us? Okay, she is with us. Is there any questions or comments or thoughts that anyone has for Ms. O'Brien? Or let me ask Ms. O'Brien if you'd like to say a few words. Ms. O'Brien, are you with us?
She is on, Mr. Chair, but I tried unmuting her and it does not work. I'm not sure what device she's using while she's on, but she should be able to unmute herself if she's able to.
Okay.
Oh, there I go. Yeah, here I am. Sorry about that.
No worries.
No, I don't have anything to add at this point.
Well, you know, Ms. O'Brien, there's something to be said for brevity.
I'm
and let me
sure.
turn it over to Councilman Young. It looks like he was wanting to say something.
I'll add, appreciate Ms. O'Brien's willingness to serve and interest in the position, and think she'll be a much value added to the entire group. So thank you for one, reaching out, and thank you for your interest, and looking forward to working with you and the work that you have ahead of you. So thank you. And with that, move favorable.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I'll second.
Okay, great. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
The appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Ms. O'Brien.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to being of service to the county by serving on this commission.
Thank you so much. Mr. Secretary, the next item, please.
The next item also is an appointment. It is an appointment nominee by the county executive to the Animal Hearing Board, Mr. Neil A. Pigot.
Is Mr. Pagat on with us today?
I do not see Mr. Pagat on at this time.
Okay. Are there any comments or thoughts that any?
I believe it's a reappointment also, Mr. Chairman.
Well, if there's no comments or thoughts, I would ask for a motion on Mr. Pagat's appointment.
Move it.
Second.
Okay. We have a move in a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
The appointment is confirmed. Congratulations to Mr. Pagat. Next item, please, Mr. Secretary.
Next is the council's consideration of the county executive's nominee for appointment to the Animal Hearing Board of Amanda Serafini.
Okay. Is Miss Serafini with us? It looks like she is. Miss Serafini, would you like to say anything on your behalf?
I'm looking forward to another term with the Animal Hearing Board. I've really enjoyed it so far, and appreciate the nomination.
Excellent. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
The appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Miss Serafini.
Thank you very much. Everyone have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you. Mrs. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is the county executive's nomination for appointment as acting director of the Office of Human Resources, Renee Coleman.
And it looks like Ms. Coleman is with us. Ms. Coleman, would you like to say a few words to the council?
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, Council Chair and Council members. I just want to say thank you for the consideration. My entire and career has been in human resources. I graduated from Clark Atlanta University with my bachelor's in business administration with a concentration in management. I hold several HR certifications that include senior certified HR professional, strategic HR leadership, and employment law certifications. I started my career about 13 plus years ago as a recruiter with Beacon Staffing Alternative, where I handled the full life cycle of HR processes. And then I transitioned to public sector a few years later with Baltimore City as a classification and compensation specialist, and then HR business partner with the Department of Housing. And then for the last 5 years, I have been with Baltimore County's Office of Human Resources as the Chief of Class and Comp, and then promoted to the Deputy of Operations. So I will be happy to discuss my credentials in further detail and happy to answer any questions that you may have. But again, thank you for the consideration.
Thank you, Ms. Coleman. Are there any questions, comments, or thoughts from the members?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Jones.
let me just say that I look forward to voting for Ms. Coleman. She is clearly a competent professional who's really made her mark in industry in the period that she's been here, and I think she will do just fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Jones.
Any other questions, comments, or thoughts from any of the members? Okay, do we have a motion and a second?
I'll move it.
Second. Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Young.
Aye.
Okay, the appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Ms. Coleman.
Thank you, sir.
I think you're going to do a great job.
I appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Okay. We'll now move on to the final reading and vote for bills. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
We have one more appointment, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry.
We have the council's consideration of the county executive's nominee for acting director of the Department of Economic and Workforce Development.
Yes, Mr. Sid. How could I?
Yes, Samir Sid.
Okay, with that introduction, I'm just going to say, Mr. Sid, would you like to make some comments or share thoughts before the council?
Sure, I'd love to. Good evening, Chair Patoka, members of the council. Again, my name is Samir Sid, currently Deputy Administrative Officer over Economic Development and Infrastructure, where I currently oversee the Department of Economic and Workforce Development, in addition to a number of other departments, all of which are interrelated and affect our economy. Just today, I was able to present to the House Appropriations Committee in Annapolis on the impact of transportation cuts and how they affect our county, and inevitably topics like major employers that we have here, Trade Point Atlantic, McCormick came up, as did our efforts to redevelop Security Square. Prior to that, I was Chief of Staff for 4 years in Howard County, where I helped lay the foundation for the Columbia Gateway Master Plan and had general oversight over land use and zoning issues. And prior to that, I was Chief of Staff at Towson University, where I led our university's anchor institution strategy, which led to the redevelopment of the Towson Armory, which is right near the courthouse complex. So again, I want to thank each of you for your consideration and continued partnership, and I look forward to continuing to work with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sid. Are there any questions, comments, or thoughts anyone would like to share related to this appointment?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Jones.
having known Samir for quite some time, as well as working with him here, again, he's excellent professional, and I think he's going to do a fine job in that role and still maintain the ability to do his current job. So I'll be supporting him this evening.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? I'll just echo the comments from Councilman Jones. I've known Mr. Sid for many, many years. We've worked together. I think, may be wrong, but I think we played on the same softball team at one point in Annapolis. And not only is Mr. Sid a good softball player, but he also is a high-level professional. He's got a great skill set. He has the lens to see things in the micro level, but also in the macro level. And I think as the Department of Economic and Workforce Development goes into a level of transition, I can't think of no better person to steer that transition other than Samir Sid. So I will be voting in the affirmative as well. Are there any other questions, comments, or thoughts? Okay.
I move the nomination.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, call the roll, please.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones.
Aye.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Sid. I've never said this to anyone, but I hope your tenure is brief.
I hope so too. Thank you.
And congratulations again. Okay, now we'll move on to the final reading and vote of bills. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
First bill for final reading and vote, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Bill 100-23, Local Supplement to Homeowners Tax Credit.
Okay, we have Ms. Ralston to provide testimony on that.
Here she is.
Okay, hello, Ms. Ralston.
I can't believe the unmuting worked. Way to go, Chris. I was nervous. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good evening, members of the council. Bill 100-23 relates to the local supplement to the homeowner's tax credit. This legislation would allow those who suffer a hardship and their income exceeds that $60,000 level but stays below $75,000 to be able to apply for the local supplement. In order to be eligible under this bill, applicants would need to suffer hardship as defined under the bill, have received the local supplement homeowners credit the year prior, paid or incurred expenses relating to the hardship that resulted in financial distress for the homeowner. For the homeowner was denied the credit for having an income that exceeds that $60,000 threshold. And finally, the homeowner's income would not exceed that threshold if not for those hardship expenses. We've capped the hardship related credits to $250,000, and each application would go through SDAT in a similar manner as the local supplement. Finally, I want to thank Delegate Stein and Senator Hedelman for their years of leadership on this issue, as well as Ms. Hoffberger and Mr. Chase that you heard from last week, who spoke to their experience on the Property Tax Assessment Appeals Board. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ralston. Are there any questions, comments, or thoughts any of the members would like to share with Ms. Ralston?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman Jones.
Yeah, I just wanted to take an opportunity to thank the county executive as well as Delegate Dana Stein and Senator Hedelman for their advocacy on this issue. It's very important that we as lawmakers continue to think about the hardships that many of our citizens face, especially in situations such as this, where people find themselves in sort of like a catch-22. They have a hardship, so they have to take money out of a 401k or out of some retirement fund. And then as a result of taking that monies, then they become uneligible to receive the benefit because their income just went up because of the tax code. So I think this is a very important measure. And I guess I want to thank again the county executive and Delegate Stein and Senator Hedelman for their advocacy in these issues and making sure that we continue to do everything we can to bring relief to the citizens of Baltimore County who truly need it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. And I share your feelings in terms of our state partners and county executive who led the effort on this. But also like to just acknowledge the grassroots partners, Karen Hoffberger and Billy Chase also worked on this for many, many years. And I'm glad it finally came to our for council to review. Are there any other questions for Ms. Routson from the members? Okay, is there a motion to approve 100 dash? Oh, is there?
Mr. Chair, I think we have an amendment for this bill.
I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. Mr. Secretary, could you describe the amendment?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The amendment just clarifies the eligibility for the homeowner's tax credit. The credit may be granted to a homeowner whose combined net worth as of December 31 of the calendar year that precedes not exceed $200,000. The bill currently says or the next item I'm about to state, but it's actually should be and that the amendment would say and the combined income of that in that same calendar year cannot exceed $60,000. So the amendment would just clarify that it's both of those. And then secondly, the amendment would clarify that that if your income does exceed $60,000, but if it's less than $75,000, you can still apply for the tax credit if you demonstrate the hardship that has been referred to. So the amendment is mostly technical and just clarifies those two items.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bostwick. Are there any questions or comments that any of the members have related to the amendment? Okay, hearing none, do we have a motion on the amendment?
I'll motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Okay, now we can move to the bill. Are there any additional, I should say the amendment is approved. Let's move to the bill. Are there any additional comments or questions from the members on the bill? Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 100-23.
We need a motion and a second on the bill as amended, Mr.
I'll
Chairman.
motion to approve it.
I'll
Second.
second.
Okay, thank you to my colleagues for digging me out of the hole there. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Okay, the bill is approved. So, Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 101-23, Current Expense Budget, NPS, Bilingual Park Ranger Grant.
Okay, and I understand we have Director Smith, Bob Smith from Rec and Parks, to speak on this bill.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Council Chair, members of the County Council.
Welcome.
The Administration Department is requesting a supplemental appropriation of federal funds totaling $150,000 from the National Park Service Bilingual Park Ranger Grant Gifts and Grant Fund Program. The department will use these funds to implement a 2-year bilingual park ranger community engagement pilot project. The department will use these funds towards salary and benefits for the new full-time Spanish-speaking park ranger who will work primarily at Rocky Point, Miami Beach, and Marshy Point Nature Center to provide customer information and assistance while also offering new Spanish language programs and events. The project will focus on providing targeted customer service and wayfinding informational signage and programs in Spanish, primarily on the county's eastern beachfront parks, and improving and expanding community programs partners to engage new Spanish-speaking park users in Chesapeake Gateway program initiatives, conservation, stewardship, and nature and water-based programs.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Are there any questions or comments from the members? Okay, hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Okay, the bill passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Bill 102-23, sponsored by Chairman Patoka, zoning regulations, off-street parking requirements.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Secretary. Bill 102-23 amends the off-street parking requirements for certain commercial areas. And this is specific to the Owings Mills Commercial Revitalization District. And it relates to the minimum number of required off-street parking spaces for a retail warehouse club. And it's usually 5 per thousand, and this pushes it to 2.5 per thousand. This is specific to the, if you're familiar with the BJ site, formerly the Painters Mill Music Fair, which we had a lot of fun with during the work session. But there's a huge surplus in impervious surface that was really intended for a 2,500 seat music performance center, but it's still there and it's been applied to the BJ's. I typically shop at that BJ's. I think it's the only warehouse club I belong to. I've never seen the parking exceed 1/3 of the parking lot, even during peak shopping season. And so for this, what I'm asking for here is that we reduce the required parking because it's not applicable at this particular site. And I hope that the members will support me in this. And do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones.
Aye.
Okay, the bill is passed. Next bill, Mr. Secretary.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 103-23. This bill is sponsored by council members Marks and Ertel, temporary storage units in residential zones.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Councilman Marks, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bill 103-23 amends the definition of a temporary storage unit as that term is used in the transportation article of the county code. Bill 103-23 expands that definition so that it includes the temporary storage of any items, good, or properties which may include but not be limited to bulk items, furniture, clothing, or other personal and household belongings. It's important that we broaden this definition because right now an inspector from code enforcement doesn't know what's exactly inside one of these temporary storage units. They're not clairvoyant. And by broadening this, I think we can help make sure that these temporary storage units are appropriately used. I did hear today from Jordan Levine. I think some of you know Jordan. He's with the Chesapeake Region chapter of the Community Associations Institute, and they support a lot of HOAs and condos and co-ops. And he said they were in favor of this bill.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Any comments or questions? Okay, we have a motion?
I'll motion.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Okay, it's approved.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, I believe that is all for the call of bills for final reading and vote, Mr. Chairman, and I think we're now on to the council's consideration of fiscal matters.
Okay. Just a moment. My pagination was incorrect, and so I need to just move on to it. Okay, Mr. Secretary, we have fiscal matters 1 through 9. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Could you review them?
Yes, sir. The first is fiscal matter 1. This is 2 contracts for on-call urban reforestation services. Fiscal matter 2 is a contract with Patapsco Mechanical LLC. Fiscal matter 3 is an amendment to contract CEG Solutions LLC. Fiscal matter 4 is a contract with M1 Trucking LLC. Fiscal matter 5 is a contract with J. Bear and Sons LLC. Both of those are for snow removal services, incidentally. Fiscal matter 6 is a contract of sale, Stephen and Alicia Reuter. Fiscal matter 7 is a contract of sale, Keith and Kathleen Hood. Fiscal matter 8 is a contract with Laboratory Corporation of America Holdings. And fiscal matter 9 is 7 contracts for the prevention, early detection, and diagnosis and treatment of cancer through HHS.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Do we have any questions or comments related to the fiscal matters 1 through 9?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilman Marks.
just referring to fiscal matters 6 and 7, I just want to repeat what I said at the work session. These deal with a very large infrastructure project that's going to be advancing in Central Perry Hall. And I again want to encourage the administration to please hold a public meeting and to be reminded of the importance of community outreach with regard to this project.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Any additional questions, comments, or thoughts on fiscal matters 1 through 9? Okay, Mr. Secretary, do we have a motion on fiscal matters 1 through 9?
So moved.
I'll second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Thank you. Fiscal matters are approved. 1 through 9. Okay, we'll now consider the remainder of miscellaneous items. Mr. Secretary, first item.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I just noticed a message from Brooke Hodges on the chat. I don't know if everybody can see that, but maybe Mr. Secretary, if you could explain the legislative process in terms of the mixed-use development bill that was introduced tonight, and then when that will come under discussion with the council.
Yeah, yes, I can if you
I
like.
thought just as a courtesy to
Thank you, Councilman
my
Crandall. That's-
constituent.
Go ahead, Council.
Yes. So I saw that actually myself, Mr. Crandall. So the bill that she references, I did read. It is Bill 3-24, and it was introduced this evening. My reading it introduces the bill only. The work session and the council's consideration of public input will be on February 13th. And then the council vote is scheduled for February 20th. So the work session is the 13th at 4 p.m. and the vote is scheduled for February 20th at 6 p.m. Unless the bill is extended or whatever may happen. So on that date. So the bill will either be voted on that date or potentially extended or whatever the council decides to do. So that is, as you indicate, the legislative process for the bill. There is no vote happening on that bill this evening. It won't happen until after the work session on February 13th.
Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you,
Just in
Mr.
addition, Mr. Chair, the bill will be available online tomorrow morning since it's been read into record tonight.
Mr. Chair.
Councilman Jones, sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one thing to just to add one point, Mr. Secretary. Clearly, what you said is 100% correct in terms of the legislative process. But as with any item, whether or not it's on our agenda or not, citizens certainly have a right to let us know their concerns or issues on any issue at all at the conclusion of every legislative meeting. So I guess wanted to, I've received several letters, and some of them have actually talked about people voicing their concerns. And I guess wanted to make it clear that although we're not dealing with that issue now, a person certainly has a right to let us know their concerns at the end of a council meeting, which will be tonight, if they signed up.
That is absolutely the case. In fact, we do have a few people, I think, signed up after this evening's legislative session on that bill. And there will also be an opportunity on February 5th after the council's legislative session when the council takes testimony on any issue, which could include this bill. So yes, thank you, Mr. Jones.
Good point, Councilman Jones. Thank you. And I see that we have gotten from Brooke Hodges an amen comment on that. Okay. So thanks, everyone. So now let's consider the remainder of miscellaneous business items. Mr. Secretary, first item.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman and members of the council. Whenever a contract over $25,000 is awarded by a process other than formal competitive bid, it is required that a copy of the contract be given to the county council and the nature and parties to the contract be announced by the secretary at the next legislative session following award of the contract. We have two such items on to be read by me this evening. The first is a supplier contract with Oracle America Incorporated. This is a contract for the purchase of several software licenses which products are proprietary to Oracle America Incorporated. The 5-year estimated award total for all of these is $2.5 million. The next is a supplier contract with Ferguson Enterprises, LLC. This is a supplier contract for the purchase of Cheddarton seals, pumps, and parts through this company. Cheddarton seals, pumps, and parts are used in many of the county's pumping stations. The 5-year estimated award total is $75,000.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Any questions or comments related to miscellaneous items? I do have one, Mr. Secretary. In the license to the agreement with Oracle, is that specific to a county agency or is that countywide, the software licensing?
I think it is mostly related to, well, let me see.
Mr. Chair, I think it's related to countywide issue to keep some of these Oracle products sustained, especially in our 911 area and some of the mainframes that we have working off of that we're moving off of.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Reed.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Reed.
I guess I should have gone to Mr. Reed. Mr. Secretary, you have correspondence that you want to read into the record?
That was the correspondence, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, our next item is, Mr. Secretary, what is our next item?
Our next item, Mr. Chairman, is Resolution 1-23. This is the council's consideration of accepting a donation of a parcel of land for recreational purposes located at Bloomsbury Avenue.
Okay, this is Mr. Smith is going to come back to us to speak to us on this.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be back tonight, sir.
Glad to have you, Mr. Smith.
Good evening. This resolution authorizes the county to accept a donation of approximately 0.7 acre parcel of land located near 106 Bloomsbury Avenue in Catonsville from the Baltimore County Board of Education for the nominal consideration of $1. This property is located next to the Catonsville Elementary School Recreation Center, and it's intended to shift administrative and maintenance responsibilities for that land, as well as a portion of the county-owned Catonsville Short Line Trail, which was built on the property and is currently maintained by the Catonsville Rails to Trails under a licensing agreement to the department. The department advised that there will be no fiscal impact resulting from the responsibilities being assumed by the department, and that CRTT will continue to maintain the trail under the licensing agreement. The Baltimore County Public Schools' current policy is to restrict public access to school sites during school day. So by placing this property under the county, it does allow greater use of the property. And the Catonsville Short Line Trail is an important part of the extensive bicycle and pedestrian network in Catonsville and is used for both recreation and daily transportation.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Are there any comments, questions, or thoughts from any of the members? Okay, hearing none. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, we do have a very minor technical amendment offered by the administration on this.
Okay, could you share that, Mr. Boswick?
Yes, sir. The amendment in the third whereas clause on the first page of the resolution, it describes the deed dated April 17th, 2015, and recorded among the land records of Baltimore County in LIBOR 36072. It does not identify the folio number in the resolution, and this amendment, again, very technical, it just inserts the folio number as 001.
And Mr. Secretary, does that require a vote?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do we have a motion on the amendment?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Okay, the amendment is approved. Now we're going to go right to the bill. The resolution 1-24.
Move the resolution as amended.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Okay, resolution is approved. Next item, Mr.
Thank you all.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Resolution 2-24. This resolution seeks the council's approval of a loan with Prescott Square Apartments LLC in the Pikesville area.
Okay, and I think Mr. Hickey is going to speak on this. Mr. Hickey with us.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry,
Go right
just
ahead.
wait for me to come up. Thank you. Well, good evening again, Mr. Chairman, members of the council. Glad to be back to speak on this. I'm here today on behalf of the administration asking for the council's support for two related resolutions, 2-24 and 3-24. Both concern the county's support for attainable housing preservation deal. This deals with Prescott Square, which is an existing multifamily community consisting of 77 units located on Old Court Road in Pikesville in the 2nd Councilmatic District. Again, the department seeks council approval of 224, which would authorize the county to include up to $3 million in federal CDBG, Community Development Block Grant funds, in a loan that will be used by the developer to partially fund the costs associated with the acquisition of the property. The additional resolution is required by HUD when including CDBG funding in any potential loan deal. The remainder of the loan funds will come from the county's Housing Opportunity Fund. And the twin resolution, so to speak, 3-24, would authorize the county to enter into a 10-year pilot, which is a payment in lieu of taxes agreement with the developer. And if approved, that pilot would take effect July 1 of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Hickey. Are there any questions or comments for the members on these two resolutions? I'll just state that Prescott Square is located in the beautiful 2nd District, and I am very supportive of these two resolutions. I think it's got a good location. It's next to right near the metro station, and I think this is going to be a lift for housing in the 2nd District. So thank you, Mr. Hickey.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have a motion on Bill 2-24? I'm
I'll
sorry.
move it.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Motion. Thanks, Mr. Secretary. Please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Okay, now we're going to do the second part of the twin resolutions. So
Yes, the next one is, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, sorry to
go
interrupt.
right ahead. You take the lead.
Resolution 3-24 seeks approval by the county council for the payment in lieu of taxes written agreement, also Prescott Square Apartments LLC.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Second.
Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Okay, the resolution is passed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hickey. Mr. Secretary, is any further business to come before the council?
We have two more items, Mr. Chairman, for introduction only this evening that I can read.
Okay, go right ahead.
First is Resolution 4-24. This is sponsored by all council members, and this resolution would approve the adoption of Master Plan 2030. And again, for introduction only this evening. And then next is Resolution 5-24. This resolution seeks council approval of an extension of the sanitary sewer system of Baltimore County in the Middle River area, again, for introduction only this evening.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Secretary, is there any further business to come before the council?
There is no further business, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Aye.
Okay, as is customary, anyone who has registered to speak online prior to the meeting is allowed 3 minutes to speak. Ms. Belcastro, are there any speakers that have signed up this evening?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have 4 speakers registered this evening. Our first speaker is Mr. Michael Stepaniak.
Okay, welcome back, Mr. Stepaniak.
Yeah, I'm here, but actually I'm not prepared to speak, so I'll pass. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
One moment, Mr. Chair, bear with me. Our next speaker, registered speaker, is Patrick Smith.
Mr. Smith, go right ahead.
I don't see Mr. Smith on unless he is calling in by phone. Let me double check. I do not see Mr. Smith on by phone either. If Mr. Smith is on, please send me a message in the chat so I can find you in our attendee list. And then our next registered speaker after that is Cynthia Taylor. See if I can locate Miss Taylor. Yes. Miss Taylor is on.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Taylor. Go right ahead.
Good evening. My name is Cynthia Taylor, and
She just lost her audio.
Okay, see if we can get Ms. Taylor back.
Miss Taylor, you're unmuted, but we cannot hear you.
Ms. Belcastro, do you want to go on to the next speaker and we'll come back to Ms. Taylor?
Certainly, Mr. Chair. Let me mute her and we'll move on to the next speaker, who is Virginia Cruz. And she's on here twice. So let me see if I picked the right one.
I think Ms. Taylor might be back, or that might be Ms. Cruz.
Nope, that is Miss Taylor. Miss Cruz, hold this one moment and we'll see if we can get Miss Taylor back momentarily. Are you able to unmute yourself, Miss Taylor? We cannot hear you. Let me try again.
Chris, can we keep both of them on as panelists and
Yes.
have Cruz go?
Yeah, they seem to be having technical difficulties. Miss Cruz is on here twice. Let me remove this one and put the other one on and see if that is the correct one. Miss Cruz, are you there? Okay, both of them are on. I am not able to unmute them, and apparently they cannot unmute themselves. Let me go back to Mr. Smith, who has just messaged me in the chat, and says that he is online. One moment. Mr. Smith, are you there? Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Okay, Mr.
We
Smith.
have
I'm
someone.
Patrick Smith. I'm the president of the Delaney Valley Improvement Association. I represent over 600 homes in the Delaney Valley area, along York Road from the Beltway up to Seminary Avenue, or if anyone's familiar with the Peppermill Restaurant, that area. I've met with the presidents and the leaders of several other neighborhood associations, the Orchard Hills, Lutherville Community Association, and the York Manor Community Association. And several thousand families at this point are opposed to the current mixed-use bill as written. We don't think it's appropriate for the high-density housing, the apartments in this area by right. And if we look at Maryland's comptroller put out a report recently, I think it was last week, that the economy in Maryland is stagnant. We've got jobs are stagnant, and more folks are leaving the state of Maryland than are coming into the state of Maryland. So we don't believe it's appropriate to add housing where housing is not needed. Adding the greater density population, the greater density housing to this area would have a negative impact on the schools, which are already overcrowded, a negative impact on utilities, which are maxed out. And if we look at the future of electric vehicles, we've spoken with BGE, and there is basically not an ability or plan in place that will meet the capacity requirements of the that density or those electric vehicles in the timeline that was committed to by the governor. So when you take this bill into consideration for the mixed use, for the likely high density housing, I know of at least 1,600 apartments that are slated to go into the area if this passes. Please take a second thought and vote no, oppose it. It's not the appropriate time for it. In the middle of the CZMP process, there's still a lot of things that need to be sorted out. I think that taking the voting rights away from the councilman that represents the people is the opposite of what our government should do. We elect these council members in order to represent us. And quite frankly, this bill circumvents that. It favors the developers, and it doesn't favor the average citizen who has voted for representation by you, by the council. So those are my thoughts on that and the thoughts of the community groups. So we strongly oppose that bill. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Wade Catch, and I want to thank you for calling and giving the views of the community associations in Lutherville, Timonium. And I look forward to continue working with you on this particular piece of legislation and other issues that confront our communities. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Wade. Yeah, it's always been a pleasure to work with you, and we expect that that the right decisions will be made. And actually, on that note, I've also been in contact with the Hereford Zone community groups, and pretty much, everyone I've talked to, quite a few folks, and there's significant opposition to this mixed-use bill. So that's pretty much what the consensus I've gathered from everyone. So thank you for everyone taking the time to listen and giving me the opportunity to speak here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank
you. Ms. Belcastro, do we have any of the other speakers?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ms. Virginia Cruz reached out, so let me try putting her on as a panelist again and see if she can unmute herself. Ms. Cruz, are you there? Ms. Cruz, you can unmute yourself. Ms. Cruz?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
And now.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your patience. So I'm here today to speak about the mixed-use development bill by right. I represent myself, but I also represent the majority of the Lutherville community in this, that I am against and opposed the mixed-use development bill by right, where developers will be given the rights to do mixed-use development in areas designated by the Master Plan 2030 as nodes inside the urban-rural demarcation line and have the zoning designation of BL, BR, or BM. This is extremely serious, and it impacts the proposed development of not only Lutherville Station, but would also open up numerous new large number of properties and land in the greater Lutherville Timonium area and up the York Road corridor. This bill would allow developers to build mixed-use developments with no regard to existing zoning that has been put in place by our Baltimore County Council and the CZMP. It does not consider the inputs and the voice of our county council person for that district, in our case, Wade Koch, and the surrounding residential business community. It also would overburden the sewer systems, watersheds, local roads capacity, the electric grid, and other public services and other necessary supporting infrastructure. We believe this bill favors unchecked mixed-use development, which would be controlled by the developers, which is unprecedented in our community, without any regard for the community's adequate inputs or infrastructure. Again, let me just state this is totally unacceptable to me and to my community and gives unprecedented power to the developers. And I'd like to thank Wade Koch for his leadership in helping to oppose this bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cruz.
Ms. Cruz? Yeah, hi, it's Wade, and I want to thank you for calling in. This is indeed a very serious piece of legislation that will have a tremendous impact in the future. And again, I appreciate your call and appreciate the input of all the people in the district. Thank you.
Thank you, Wade.
Ms. Cruz, I'd like to say a few words too. I've gotten many emails down in the 6th District. I represent Towson. And one of the issues, especially in the center part of the county, as you probably know, is that we have no schools currently that have capacity anywhere near the York Road corridor, the Loch Raven corridor. I think even to Pikesville, there's no capacity. Every school is either overcrowded or right at 100%. We also have a sewer system, and some of my fellow colleagues probably don't know this. I know Councilman Chair Patoka knows this, but we have a pipeline that goes under the Lake Roland that comes from Towson, Timonium, Pikesville, all intersects at Lake Roland. Every time we have a heavy rain, so we've had 2 major rains in a week and a half, hundreds of thousands of gallons of raw sewage end up in the Jones Falls watershed. The Herring Run watershed in my district also is one of the worst in the county, and we don't have a plan in Baltimore County. We are supposedly relining the pipe, but that's not enough. We need another pipe. The county's got to get on board with what they need to do to deal with these problems. We can't keep ignoring them. We can't put raw sewage into our waterways on a regular basis. And it happens all the time now with the storms that we have. We're going to need to build schools. we just had a master plan talk this afternoon, and it seems like every property owner who owns industrial property, retail property, office property, their way to get out of the out of what they're dealing with now is just to build residential. That seems to be the new business model. We don't want to make anything. We don't want to produce anything. We don't want to do anything, but we can build housing, and that's going to help us. So I don't know what we're going to do as a council, but we're going to have to deal with this. And this bill is kind of being shoved down our throat. And it takes power away from the council to, hear constituents. We're first tier representation on the council. I don't think that the administration really wants to hear it. They just want to say, all we can say is we're sorry, and it is what it is, and we're gonna build whether you like it or not. So we're gonna have to come up with a solution for where we're going in this county. So,
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilman Catch.
Yeah, I just echoing Mr. Ertel. It also takes power away from people, away from our constituents. And, this county has been moving in the direction of being more open and transparent. This bill is the opposite. And we can't, we'll debate it. And hopefully the end result will be a plus for the people of Baltimore County. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Catch. Any other comments or questions on this issue? And I think as it goes through the legislative process, we'll have robust discussion. I think we're going to have robust testimony, and it will land where it lands. That's part of the process here. Do we have any other speakers, Ms. Belcastro?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I was able to, Ms. Taylor and I coordinate, and she is on by phone. So I'm going to make her a panelist on her phone, and let's unmute her. Hopefully this will work.
You're doing an excellent job, Ms. Belcastro.
I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties tonight on this one. Miss Taylor, are you there?
Yes. Are you able to hear me on the phone?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Just make sure that you turn down your volume while you're on the computer.
Can you still hear me? I think I'm on both systems, and I don't know how that happened. Okay. I'm gonna still try to do it.
You're gonna have to log off one of the things.
Okay, I'm gonna log off. Okay, is that better? Hello?
Better.
Okay. All right. I can go now?
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Taylor.
Good evening. My name is Cynthia Taylor, and I was asked to speak about Electrify Baltimore County. I'm a member of Mount Olive United Methodist Church in Randallstown, Maryland, where our motto is serving God's creation. As United Methodists, we are guided by our Book of Discipline, which states that the whole earth is God's creation and as such has inherent value. We are aware that the current utilization of energy resources threatens this creation at its very foundation. As United Methodists, we are committed to approaching creation, energy production, and especially creation's resources in a responsible, careful, and economic way. Our church is a partner with Interfaith Partners for the Chesapeake, and we have a green team that recently received a grant from Chesapeake Bay Trust to deal with stormwater remediation. So we're very active in climate care. A few years ago, I went to my church to meet someone, and we immediately realized gas was leaking. The person with me wanted to light the pilot on our gas stove, and I warned her not to. Our church was old and required special pipes to do the repair that took several days. We house a Head Start and run a 4-day-a-week pantry. This gas leak could have led to catastrophic issues. Use of gas in our homes and churches carries a danger to all of us. I'm here tonight to speak in support of Electrify Baltimore. As United Methodists, our primary reference tool is the Book of Resolution, which states, "We believe clean air is a basic right and necessity for all life. Air pollution puts at risk the health of our community and threatens to forever alter the climate. To ensure that future generations inherit a legacy of clean air, we advocate the adoption and strict enforcement of adequate standards to control both indoor and outdoor air pollution. These standards must be developed to protect vulnerable populations, including the children and the elderly. Including the provision of adequate ventilation for indoor facilities is also a part of this. Baltimore County can pass legislation that would ensure all new construction and major renovations in the county are pollution-free and built free from fossil fuels, and serves as a model to our state as well as the nation. We just want to ensure that all homes and buildings are energy efficient and use zero emission appliances, and that is vital in protecting our residents from the impact of the climate crisis. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor.
You're welcome.
Ms. Belcastro, do we have any additional speakers?
No, Mr. Chair, that's it for this evening.
Okay, well, that concludes our meeting. I want to thank all the council members and staff for their efforts this evening. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.